Hi there, I'm Linda, one of the Academic Skills Advisors at the university. Here are some top tips for time management. Tip number 1 is to really think about the time that you've got available. You've got lots of different commitments, not just your course. So make sure that you're really honest about the time that you've got. So quite a good idea at the very start of your course or the academic year to just think about the time that you've got and make a bit of a plan. If you've got work commitments, if you've got family commitments, then you need to factor those in, and you also need to factor in some free time as well. So think about your time and what you've got available for studying. The second point is about prioritising your time, and a way of doing this is using what we call the 4 Ds. So the 4 Ds stand for doing a task, so it's something that has to be done, so you get it done. Delaying a task, so if it's a task that can wait till a bit later, you could maybe prioritise it that way. The third one, delegating tasks, is the one that people find the most difficult because it usually involves asking someone else to do a task for you. But we would encourage you to try and do that and get some support from people around you. And the 4th D stands for dump it. So that might be a task that you just actually don't need to do and you can delay till another time where it actually doesn't need to be done at all. So prioritising your time is really important. The third point is about creating good study habits. I'm a huge fan of swapping bad habits for good habits and doing that in a really achievable and intentional way. So for example, for me this year, I have swapped not doing any exercise to doing 10 minutes of walking every day. And just committing to that every day has meant that ultimately I'm doing more walking, I'm more fit, I'm more healthy. So think about small habits that you can use. So with studying, commit to doing 20 minutes every day, and what you'll find is you probably end up doing more than that, but it just means on a bad day you do an absolute minimum, and all those small amounts of time really add up and can really make a difference. Tip 4 is about using those extra bits of time. We all have little extra bits of time that we can use. So if you're going to wait for somebody and you're picking them up and you're waiting in the car, or you're travelling somewhere and you've got those little pockets of time, think about how you can use them when you're studying. So you could read an article, you could make some notes on your phone, or you could listen to a podcast. For example, you could listen to A Wee Blether About, the podcast by the Academic Skills team, and you could get lots of tips and hints while you're travelling to university. My final tip is about getting motivated. Think about ways that you can actually encourage yourself to use your time and not waste it. Often we procrastinate, which means we put things off. So one of the techniques that can really help is the Pomodoro technique. That's a technique that involves studying for 25 minutes, and you can use a timer on your phone to do this. Study for 25 minutes, you're quite focused on a task, and then take a 5-minute break. Now that 5-minute break is long enough for you to just go and get a break and move away from the laptop or move away from the screen, but it's not long enough for you to get involved in another big task. Then go back and do another 25 minutes. With that 25 minutes, either switch tasks and do something different, or if it's a longer task, do another 25 minutes. After about 4 of these Pomodoro time slots, take a longer break. And that longer break allows you just to refresh. And what you'll find is that's quite a good way of breaking up your time, and you will feel at the end of it that you've actually achieved your goal, rather than sitting at a laptop for hours and hours thinking, I'm not getting anything done here. If you want more advice on time management, if that's something that you really struggle with, then do have a look at our website for more help and advice, or book a one-to-one appointment with an academic skills advisor, and we're very happy to go through your personal time management plan.